Hey, what's going on, Combat Sports Nation? This is Sean. I'm here with our exclusive interview with Joe Giannetti on his upcoming, recently announced main event bout at Cage Titans 42. Many people thought prior to the actual announcement that he was going to be fighting Peter Barrett. I hoped, many people from Combat Sports Nation in New England hoped, but ultimately he will be fighting Connor Barry, which you'll hear from Joe, said that they've been matched up and scheduled to fight numerous times since they've been amateurs, but now it's happening.
I'm pumped up. I mean, this is a fight that's been tossed around since we were amateurs, and it was made a few times as pros. You know, I pulled out once, he pulled out for different reasons. And I thought I was fighting him in November. He didn't want the fight. His manager did, and he had a bunch of different reasons. He was sick, he was on vacation. At one point, he flat out just said no. So I'm sure his manager and his coaches have a really good game plan for the fight, but deep down, he doesn't want it, and I'm going to have to break him. He's tough. He's down to throw down for 3 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever he needs to. But it's really just going to be a matter of heart. I mean, I know he's stronger, I know he's bigger, that's not a question, but it's a matter of who wants it more. And I want it more than anybody, and I'm more technical than anybody around here. And I'm probably weaker than everybody I have to fight, and everybody knows that, but they also know that I bring a lot more to the table than they do. And there's probably an easy way to beat Connor, but I'm taking the high road, I'm taking the long way. I'm going to break him, and I'm going to make it a point that I belong to be in the UFC. A lot of people are starting to get like second thoughts if I'll make it back to the UFC. It's only been one fight. I'm not worried about it. I'm only 23. If you think about the top of my career is 23, then you have no knowledge of this sport. All the top guys don't want to fight me. That's on them. Pete doesn't want to fight me. Dan Dubuque doesn't want to fight me. That's on them. Connor Barry says he wants to fight me. We'll find out. I told Paul Veer to have a backup because last time he pulled out. So we'll see. And I'm not shit talking. I'm not trying to disrespect him, but it is what it is. And I got to put food on the table. I got to make some money, and I got to kick somebody's ass. So if Connor's not going to show up, I hope he tells me early and we can find a replacement.
Connor sits at 5-2. He's on a 2-fight winning streak. Most notable win recently in June over Peter Barrett, first round armbar. Very impressive. He came out very strong, overwhelmed Peter. And that is the upside, is although it would have been very, very exciting for the New England fans, very exciting with the backstory that comes or would have come with the fight between Peter and Joe, there's much more upside for both of them in this fight facing each other. This could really propel Barry, into major spotlight. Peter was 8-2 when he defeated him. Joe, fresh off of, he's a tough finalist. So huge opportunity for Connor Barry. Joe, this is a fight that Joe needs for sure to put on a huge performance. He's got a huge opponent in front of him, physically, in stature, and skill-wise. And is definitely going to be looking to improve and make a statement. Who do you have in that matchup? Go ahead, make sure you post in the comments. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a close fight for both of them, I believe. If it's going to be a finish, I believe it's going to be a submission finish. We'll see. One of the sacrifices that you have to make when you're on Tough is the fact that you don't really get to communicate readily with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, with your teammates. So when we got to talking, and I was talking about Manny and Joe's growth together and their growth this past year, being both at South Shore for years now together, it was quite the eye-opener that Joe explained he did not know that Manny was actually signed and fighting in the UFC until he saw Manny's shadow boxing on television. That must have been quite the moment to see your training partner finally make it, and you didn't know about it until you see them on television with the rest of the world.
It's awesome. It's really cool because we people didn't know obviously at the time, but we kind of got signed to the UFC at the same time. I was in the Tough House, and then a week later he was signed to the UFC, and I actually didn't even know until I was watching it in the house. They didn't tell me. I saw him pop up on TV. I was sitting in the kitchen, and somebody's like, "Is that Manny guy?" And I was like, "Who?" And I saw it. I was like, "What the hell?" So yeah, it was really cool, and it was cool seeing my team and stuff in the Tough House. You're in there for 5 weeks, and you don't see your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your team, and then you see Bill, you see Manny, you see everybody. It was awesome. It just kind of like showed me, okay, I'm almost done, I'm almost out of here. So it kind of carried me through the show. But no, it's really cool. He's got a really good matchup ahead of him, and I think that Benito's a really diverse fighter. He has a lot of tools, and I think Manny's just going to shut him down and show people what's up. I had talked about Manny before because they'd asked if anybody up and coming. We all had those talks, and I was like, yeah, this kid Manny Bermudez is really good. He's undefeated, finishes everybody in the first round. And then we watched every single fight night that was on when we were in the house. And, you know, by the second to last week, or the last week, it was right before the semifinals, I had a sketchbook because I was so bored. So I was sitting in the kitchen coloring and sketching, and Tyler Diamond was like, "Isn't that Manny kid you were talking about?" And I was like, "Who the hell's Manny? What are you talking about?" And I turned around, you see Manny shadowboxing on the TV. I'm like, "What the hell?" So I jumped over the couch and I was like, "Move over." And I'm sitting there and I'm watching him, and they're like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "It's my teammate." I was like, "I trained with him." But yeah, it was really cool, especially like 3 days before the semifinal fight.
So when asked about coming up this training camp for Conor Barry, for Cage Titans 42, he will be splitting some time here at South Shore Sports Fighting under the tutelage of Bill Mahoney. And at the turn of the year, he'll be heading to warmer weather in California to AKA.
I'm going to be out here at South Shore Sport Fighting for the end of December, spend the holidays with my family and my girlfriend, and then January 2nd, I'm going to leave and head back out to AKA, and I'm going to do about 3 weeks out there, come back on fight week, and get to work. Every year, I miss Halloween, I miss Thanksgiving, I miss Christmas, and it sucks. This year, I haven't been really worried about it. It hasn't even been a thought because I've just been thinking about the UFC. I've been there, I got a taste of it, and I want it back. Thanksgiving, I didn't really eat that much. Halloween, I didn't even have any candy. Christmas, I'm probably not going to eat that much. I'm going to stay clean on my diet. I'm going to make champ weight 155.0, and I'm going to get the win.
There you have it, Combat Sports Nation. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Conor Barry, Joe Giannetti matchup, the Kin Moy and Jay Perrin matchup that's also already been announced for Cage Titans 42, January 26th. We're very, very excited to see both those matchups. Joe is looking to get his return to the UFC. He's laser focused on that. Conor Barry, if he could put away Joe, is in the spotlight for sure nationally with a dominant performance. And be sure to subscribe to us on social media for a lot more coverage. And like always, Combat Sports Nation, appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram, watch us on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, visit us on Twitter, and stay tuned.